In this series, we're showing you how to keep your bike performing at its best. In this video, we're going to look at how to get the best stopping performance from your bike's brakes. We've enlisted Andrew from Cycle Surgery to show us what to do and why it matters.
Your brakes are obviously vital for your safety, so it's important they're set up properly and that you keep them that way. Today we're going to focus on caliper type brakes as they're still the most common. The way they work is simple. You pull on a lever which pulls a cable through a housing, squeezing the pads onto both sides of the rim. Keeping every part in that chain working properly is the secret to powerful, reliable braking. There's not much to go wrong at the lever end, just make sure that the cable is free to move smoothly. Just a drop of oil on the cable will make sure that it's free to move. The inner cable needs to move smoothly through the outer housing. A drop of lube where the cable exits the housing will just help keep it moving freely. If you're fitting new cables, make sure the ends of the housing are flat and smooth like this. Any burrs could catch on the inner cable and cause drag. A few minutes with a file or seconds with a grinder to remove any burrs pays dividends in brake performance. The brake pads should be evenly spaced either side of the rim. This doesn't really affect performance, but it does mean that if the wheel is knocked slightly out of true, it's less likely to rub. Drop the wheel out of the frame so that you can inspect the pads for wear and debris. The pads should be evenly worn and you can pick out any pieces of debris with a pick or small screwdriver. It's important to deal with any debris sooner rather than later, otherwise it might dig a groove in your rim. Your brakes are going to work best if you keep the rims clean. It's worth going over them occasionally with a scourer, just to remove any embedded dirt or grit. To work properly, the brake pad needs to be hitting the brake surface of the rim in the middle. It doesn't want to be too low so that it hangs off the bottom, or too high so that it can come into contact with the tyre. I generally aim to have just a little bit of the braking surface visible above the top edge of the pad. To prevent your brake pads from squealing, they should be towed in. That is, the front should touch before the back. To allow this, most brake pads have a curved surface and a concave washer to allow movement. The easiest way to tow in the pad is to fit a business card at the rear. Just gently squeeze the lever, loosen the bolt, and then pull the lever tight and tighten the adjuster bolt. The brake pad is touching at the front, but there is a space at the back. If you found this video useful, just hit like and subscribe for more.